Hi, my name is Tatiana, and we are here to continue our project of talking about all the different Enneagram numbers by discussing Enneagram Type 6s today. So a few weeks ago, we covered Type 5 and starting that fear and thinking triad. So we're going to continue that by going over Type 6s. So a quick introduction to the Type 6. They hold this title of the loyalist and the questioner. So again, they're in that thinking and fear triad alongside 5s and 7s. So a quick overview of how you might spot a 6 in the wild. These are the human beings who are very committed. They are hardworking. They are trustworthy and security oriented. They are very cautious and sometimes indecisive. So all these Enneagram types have a passion. So the passion for a 6 is fear and anxiety. So of course all human beings feel anxiety and fear. It's built into our nervous system. But 6s are especially moved by their anxiety. So what is the fear for a 6? The fear is being without support, being without guidance. It's a fear of abandonment. And so with that, there's a desire to be secure, to be safe. And safety looks like being well supported by those around them. So we all hold perspectives of these different numbers. Sometimes they look like stereotypes. So some of the stereotypes for a 6 is that their behavior is complaining or being very pessimistic. And for a lot of 6s, it doesn't feel like pessimism for them. It feels more like just reality checking. They want to feel prepared for the worst in order to feel that sense of safety that they're seeking. So a lot of people can take that in and be like, oh, they're looking at, the glass half empty. But for them, it's just no, I want to make sure. I want to feel safe, just like everyone else. And this is just my way of going about it. So with that, 6s look towards their support system when it comes to this movement towards safety. I always like to say that 6s secretly know what to do. They secretly know what's best. Whether they're, consciously aware of it or not, I feel like they always deep down, they always know what to do, but they always want to confirm. They want to validate this. So they're going to check in with their support system. And the funny thing about it is that they will check in with you. They really trust you. They'll check in with you, see what your thoughts are and your ideas. But then they'll check in with another person and another person. They're going to run it by everyone that they trust just to make sure. So with that, a growth area for a 6 can just look like entrusting themselves. Because as I mentioned before, they subconsciously know what to do. They already know what's best. And so I always like to encourage people to allow 6s to take those leadership roles so they have an opportunity to trust what they already know. So the predictable expectation for a 6 is everyone is aware of the value of scanning the horizon for all that could go wrong. So a big shock for a lot of 6s is that no, not everyone can do that, and that it's actually a superpower. They're very gifted with that. So some of the challenges and relationships with 6s can look like doubting their relationships or their partners because they're so clouded by this fear of abandonment. Also holding on to past hurts and disappointments. So again, 6s are really big on trust. So it takes a while for them to build trust for a person, but once that trust is compromised in any way, it could feel really difficult for them to rebuild it again. Which could be really hard because, as I mentioned before, 6s, they want a support system. They want secure relationships. But sometimes, that anxiety can get in their own way. And so that's another challenge in relationships for 6s is that they're worrying so much that their anxiety actually alienates others. So let's end on terrific qualities of 6s because I have a lot of beautiful, amazing 6s in my life, and I really want to showcase how amazing they are. So one amazing thing about sixes is that once trust is built, they are committed to you. Sometimes for life, like they are all in, ride or die. They are there for their friends, their family, their community. Like they are all in. They're also prepared for like every scenario, every worst case scenario. They are prepared for it. They already thought of it. They already thought of the worst, and they have all the resources. They know what to do. They work really well in groups. They're very team and community oriented, and they're hard workers. They value what's best for everyone. So it kind of goes back again to that team orientation. And they're not afraid to ask questions. They're not afraid to share their doubts. Again, they want to be absolutely sure. They want to be safe and they want to know what to expect. All right, so I think that's it for sixes. So we'll be having a six confessional, just like what we did with the other numbers. So you get to hear firsthand about the experiences of being a six from an actual six. So look out for that, but also look out for any other posts from the Enneagram Dignity Project page. And I think that's it for now. So take care and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.